So, I've been considering getting my kids a video game system for themselves, for their room. And I have a Nintendo Switch that is my personal system, which is right here. I bought it with the Zelda game, I guess. It's a portable game and with a dock that kind of makes it like a console. It can fall off of the dock easily because there's nothing, it's not like screwed on or held on tightly. The games are very, kind of tiny, and the controllers are expensive. So as far as kids that are in the same room between the ages of 2 and 5, I kind of think, for the price, it's still a $300 system for this base system here, more for the OLED system, that, it's kind of be too fragile for the price. So that's my thinking. I've been considering trying to find a cheap PS4, PlayStation 4 as an alternative, because sometimes you can find them used at pawn shops and stuff for around $100. So that is option 2, and I guess games are still being produced for it, despite the PS5 being out for a year or more. What I'm wondering is on the Nintendo Switch, you have exclusives like Mario and stuff that my kids like, at least in theory. They like the cartoons and stuff like that, the movies, although they really haven't played the games. I think I tried to let them play Super Mario Brothers from the Nintendo, and it was too hard. And the 3D versions, and on the Wii and the Wii U and Switch may be just way too difficult for them to learn right now. And lastly, the Xbox One. This is actually one that I upgraded from the Xbox One to an Xbox One X before I guess I knew that the Xbox Series X was going to be coming out. So I do have an old Xbox One system that has barely been used, and most of these games here were bought on Black Friday sales, besides a couple of them. My kids kind of are into Paw Patrol, and there are 3 or 4 Paw Patrol games on the Switch, but I really don't think they're exclusive, so they're probably available on PS4 and other systems. The Switch definitely has some really cool kind of third-party controllers and stuff, like the Zelda Collector's controller, wired controllers, wireless ones, which, and some of the third-party controllers are way cheaper than the $70 or $80 controllers that come with the Switch. So a question would be, are there enough games that children can play on the Xbox One or the PS4? Are there enough out there? And I don't know. I really haven't looked. I know that there are some out there. Are there as many as there would be on the Switch? It's one of those things where I don't play children's games. I play role-playing games and some arcade-style fighters and kind of like Castlevania type games and stuff like that. Occasionally platformers. I don't go around looking for games for them unless I really push myself. So it's something I have not researched at all as of making this video. I'll probably have to look and see what's available. So maybe I could just give them a Sega Genesis or Nintendo or Super Nintendo and hope that they like it. And I really don't think that's a good option. And obviously I have an arcade system with a lot of older arcade games and stuff on it. And the issue I've been running into is kids either being too young to play or to learn how to play, or the oldest kid maybe not having the influence of other kids that kind of are already playing these games. So there's no familiarity with the games and how to play them. This is just something we've struggled with for the last year and a half, maybe, when I tried to introduce my oldest to gaming, whether it be through the arcade or TurboGrafx 16 or, even the Switch, like some of the Paw Patrol games. He could not do the controlling of the characters. He might do one-handed controlling, and you can't jump. You might go left, right, up, and down, or he might have just did the buttons with his right hands but not the controller with his left. So as he has gotten better, as I've introduced him or reintroduced him to games, but that's an issue we have to worry about, spending money and him spending a lot of time not being able to play a game and saying it's too hard, I can't do it. Like I said, we already have an Xbox One, and that would be free to us. I had more fun with the PlayStation 4, and that doesn't mean they will. That doesn't mean they're going to have, the experience is going to be any different between, PS4, Xbox One, etc. But, I keep saying I wish that there was a way for me to get an extra Switch for them for a reasonable price, and that it not break on them. That's my main concern, that they're going to break the system, break the controllers, and they're just not cheap enough used systems right now. But that would be my number one choice if, like I said, if they would not break it and if they would use it properly. I would say even if the oldest one would do that, most likely the middle one would have a tantrum sometime, or they would fight over whose turn it is to play. He would throw the joystick or something, and the youngest one would, not even in a tantrum, just grab something, drop it on the floor, throw it across the room, and there we go. There's $300 going down the drain. So what do you guys think?